I'm Emily Harburg, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of a company called PairUp. And I live in Sausalito, and I'm also a proud member of Township, if there's some Township folks in the house, who Zach actually connected me to, so thank you, Zach. But I moved out here about a year ago, and initially a friend of mine had sold his business and had moved out of Sausalito, and he intrigued me pulled me in here. And I thought I'd just move for about 3 months and then move back to Boston. And after 3 months, I was like, I don't know if I will ever leave Marin. It was a feeling of like, this feels, obviously such a dreamy place, but also to get to build a company in a place where you can go and be in nature and hike so easily and be surrounded by a lot of amazing humans has been such a gift. So very excited to be here and share more about our story. So I'll just want to share a quick story first about Vanessa. Vanessa, when we were starting to build PairUp, we were really trying to understand how our folks who are right now distributed and not kind of necessarily in an office, how are they feeling? And we talked to Vanessa. She talked about how it's really hard for her to raise her hand and ask for help. She's not always sure who she can turn to for help. And so that was just kind of one of our early stories. But as we started to talk to more and more managers, as well as new employees, as well as mid-level, we found that this was a common heartbeat across all organizations. And the numbers supported. I know it's about 60% of staff feel disconnected at work. And to me, even more powerfully than that, about 8 hours a week are spent by employees looking for answers to questions that they could find by just talking to someone else in their organization. And kind of it's not only kind of emotionally painful to feel disconnected, it also has a huge cost. So it's about $7.8 trillion is lost annually due to these inefficiencies within companies. And my background was worked at Disney Imagineering and at Facebook and a number of other big companies, and also did my PhD in computer science and psychology. And my work was around distributed teams. And so I was like, we've got to figure out a way to solve this problem. So we've been able to build at a time that we feel that is a really powerful moment for our world. For one, work has been completely disrupted, as we all feel in a variety of ways. We also know that there are kind of deep needs for how AI can actually help us in positive ways. And certainly, I know even at lunch, we were talking about some of the ways that it can also be potentially quite dangerous for us. So Sam is an AI chatbot that we built on the PairUp team that basically is a networker within organizations. And he's able to go in and map out a whole organization, know who's in there, and know how to connect and support staff at the right times. And we're really focused in around how to improve efficiencies, how to improve connectivity, and also how to improve productivity. And we've gotten to work with a number of big companies, but we've also really seamlessly integrated within the systems where companies already are, like Slack and Teams, to not be another platform for folks to download. So just to talk about really concretely what this looks like. So this is Vanessa, who I had vocalized prior. Vanessa's able to go into Slack and be able to engage with Sam and say, hey, I'm working with a healthcare client who needs support with their go-to-market strategy. Is there anyone in the company that's actually done this before that I could talk to as I'm working on this? And Sam can go in and actually pull from the whole database and understanding of the company and say, here are 3 people that you should connect with who could be great for you. Do you want me to connect you with them? And if so, we'll then go in, set up a connection, and set up a time for them to meet. So basically, Sam is working for each employee to help them get the connections and support they need. And already we found that there are a variety of types of questions and support people have, from more tactical skills-based to also just emotional and connectivity pieces. So we've had people that are stuck on a problem and want to talk it through with someone. They're needing advice. They're wanting to connect with someone else on the team who's learning similar skill sets. They're wondering who they should have coffee with who has similar interests. They're trying to staff a team and try and figure out who would be a good fit for that team. They're trying to understand who's worked on a project before that's similar, who should join a new working group, et cetera, et cetera. Even people asking for kind of more longer-term mentors. And what's happening right now without our tool is that a lot of people are either kind of posting on Slack to a big channel and saying, has anyone done this before, which is often both psychologically challenging to like post that you need help with something, but it's also often left and filled with a big void of people, and is often not actually the specific answers to the questions they need. So we've really been able to build a smart system that can help match and connect people in the right ways. And lastly, I'll just close with kind of the vision that we've been building towards. I think one of the core premises as a team was that a lot of times connections are left to chance. And if you just happen to be in the right room with someone, or if you happen to be sitting across, I know when I was working at Disney, I happened to be sitting near a CFO who helped connect me to a job. That was the only reason I got that promotion or that next step. Or you happen to talk to someone who says that you should talk to this investor. But for us, we really think that these connections shouldn't be left to chance and can't be left to chance. And this is where I think technology can actually connect with the power of human connection and human potential to do some of the things we're not as good at doing, but then let humans be human and connect in the ways that we need to connect. And it doesn't mean that spontaneity shouldn't happen. It's just technology, I think, can enhance it in powerful ways. So I would love to talk to you if you're interested in utilizing the platform, if you are managing teams that are remote or hybrid. We've done a lot of work with teams that are going through mergers right now and have two big cultures coming together and trying to navigate connecting staff across. We're also working with a lot of companies right now who are kind of working in more of the consulting fields and are trying to manage large groups of staff and know how to staff them on the right teams and connect the right people together to learn and grow. And we're also just started our seed raise, so if you're an investor and want to talk more, we'd love to share you more of our deck and our numbers and where we are. But thank you so much.